Laboratory, former leader of Dauntless, ousted by Evelyn herself, stands a few feet away from me, her arms crossed. Her mouth twitches into a sneer. It's almost time to prepare for our new factionless way of life. Starting today, everyone will begin to learn the jobs the factionless have done for as long as we can remember. We will all do those jobs on a rotation schedule, in addition to the other duties that have traditionally been performed by the factions. Evelyn smiles without really smiling. I don't know how she does it. We will all contribute equally to our new city, as it should be. The factions have divided us, but now we will be united, now and forever. All around me the factionless cheer. I just feel uneasy. I don't disagree with her exactly, but the same faction members who rose up against Edward yesterday won't remain quiet after this either. Evelyn's hold on the city is not as strong as she might like it. I don't want to wrestle with the crowds after Evelyn's announcement, so I weave through the hallways until I find one of the staircases in the back, the one we climbed to reach Janine's laboratory not too long ago. The steps were crowded with bodies then. Now they are clean and cool, like nothing ever happened here. As I walk past the 4th floor, I hear a yell, and some scuffling sounds. I open the door to a cluster of people, younger than I am, and all sporting factionless armbands gathered around a young man on the ground. Not just a young man, a candor dressed in black and white from head to toe. I run toward them, and when I see a tall, factionless girl draw back her foot to kick again, I shout, "Hey!" No use. The kick hits the candor boy in the side, and he groans, twisting away from it. "Hey!" I yell again, and this time the girl turns. She's much taller than I am, a good 6 inches. In fact, a good 6 inches, in fact, but I'm only angry, not afraid. Back up, I say. Back away from him. He's in violation of the dress code. I'm well within my rights, and I don't take orders from faction lovers, she says, her eyes on the ink creeping above my collarbone. Bex, the factionless boy behind her says. That's the prior video girl. The others look impressed, but the girl just sneers. So, I say, I had to hurt a lot of people to get through Dauntless initiation, and I'll do it to you too if I have to. I unzip my blue sweatshirt and toss it to the candor boy, who looks at me from the ground, blood streaming from his eyebrow. He pushes himself up, still holding his side with one hand, and pulls the sweatshirt around his shoulders like a blanket. There, I say. Now he's not violating the dress code. The girl tests the situation in her mind, evaluating whether she wants to fight me or not. I can practically hear what she's thinking. I'm small, so I'm an easy target, but I'm dauntless, so I may not be that easy to beat. Maybe she doesn't know that I've killed people, or maybe she just doesn't want to get into trouble, but she's losing her nerve. I can tell by the uncertain set of her mouth. You better watch your back, she says. I guarantee you that I don't need to, I say. Now get out of here. I stay just long enough to see them scatter, and keep walking. The candor boy yells, "Wait, your sweatshirt." "Keep it," I call back. I turn a corner that I think will take me to another staircase, but I end up in another blank hallway, just like the last one I was in. I think I hear footsteps behind me and spin around, ready to fight the factionless girl off. But there's no one there. I must be getting paranoid. I open one of the doors off the main corridor, hoping to find a window so I can re-rent myself, but I only find a ransacked laboratory. Beakers and test tubes scattered across each counter. Torn pieces of paper litter the floor, and I'm bending to pick one up when the lights shut off. I lunge toward the door. A hand grabs my arm and drags me to the side. Someone shoves a sack over my head while someone else pushes me against the wall. I thrash against them, struggling with the fabric over my face. All I can think is, not again, not again, not again. I twist one arm free and punch, hitting someone in the shoulder or the chin. I can't tell. Hey, a voice says. That hurt. We're sorry for frightening you, Tris, another voice says. But anonymity is integral to our operation. We mean you no harm. Let go of me then, I say, almost growling. All the hands holding me to the wall fall away. Who are you? I demand. We are the Allegiant, the voice replies, and we are many, yet we are no one. I can't help it. I laugh. Maybe it's the shock or the fear. My pounding heart filling by the second. My hands shaking with relief. The voice continues. We have heard that you are not loyal to Evelyn Johnson and her factionless lackeys. This is ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as trusting someone with your identity when you don't have to. I try to see through the fibers of whatever is over my head. They are too dense and it's too dark. I try to relax against the wall, but it's difficult without my vision oriented to me. I crush the side of a beaker under my shoe. No, I'm not loyal to her, I say. Why does that matter? Because it means you want to leave, the voice says. I feel a prickle of excitement. We want to ask you for a favor, Trish Pryor. We are going to have a meeting tomorrow night at midnight. We want you to bring your dauntless friends. Okay, I say. Let me ask you this. If I'm going to see who you are tomorrow, why isn't it so important to keep this thing over my head today? This seems to temporarily stump whoever I'm talking to. A day contains many dangers, the voice says. We'll see you tomorrow at midnight in the place where you made your confession. All at once, the door swings open, blowing the sack against my cheeks, and I hear running footsteps down the hallway. By the time I'm able to pull the sack from my head, the corridor is silent. I look down at its blue pillowcase with the words faction before blood painted on it. Whoever they are, they certainly have a flair for the dramatic. The place where you made your confession. There's only one place where that could be. Kinder headquarters, where I submitted to the truth. When I finally make it back to the dormitory that evening, I find a note from Tobias tucked under the glass of water on my bedside table. Your brother's trial will be tomorrow morning, and it will be private. I can't go or I'll raise suspicion, but I'll get you the verdict as soon as possible. Then we can make some kind of plan. No matter what, this will be over soon. Okay, guys, so I decided that after... I have to do that to make the screen black, but whatever. I think, not this chapter, because this chapter I had to split into two for some reason. Well, because my phone almost died last time I tried to film this, and I was halfway done the chapter, and I'm like, no, I'm not starting again now. So, I'm probably not on some videos, then others I will if I find them really interesting. Because I've read all of these books like 75,000 times, like no joke. And it's like, at the very end, I was reading it. I'm like on page like 400 something right now. This chapter's on page 50, where this chapter ends. Full 51 to be precise. And I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to start like leaving reviews on how I feel about the chapter, because some chapters I'm like, oh my god, I really need to talk about this, but I also don't want to, you know. It's hard to explain. But yeah, I post these videos every day of the week except Saturday and Sunday. I haven't been posting a lot the past about two weeks because I've been busy with a bunch of stuff and all that. I hope you can see me. My camera is very weird right now. But yeah, that's it, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. Bye!